We all know the flu can be a tough thing to recover from, but did you know it could also worsen the symptoms of chronic health conditions like lung or heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer?
And now the American Lung Association is working to protect you by launching a new campaign called Myshot. Joining us live now from New York this morning is Dr. Myshot Han, the and also radio personality JoJo O'Neill. Thank you both so much for being here this morning. Doctor, talk to us about this new campaign. What do people need to know?
Absolutely. Well, it's October, which means it's time to get your flu shot. We have a website, getmyshot.org, where you can get more information. But essentially, we're really trying to get the word out, not just to everybody, but in particular people over 50 and those with chronic medical conditions like asthma, like JoJo, COPD, diabetes, heart disease. These patients are really at increased risk for some of the complications that we can see with the flu. So we're really just trying to get the word out and to tell people to get it on their calendars and to get their shot.
JoJo, as she mentioned, you have asthma. Tell us about the experience you had with the flu.
First of all, thank you all for having us here this morning. It was an awful experience having asthma, being over 50, and developing flu for the first time ever in my life. I used to be one of those skeptics, you know, like, I've never had the flu. Why do I need the shot? And I'm telling you, I wish I'd had the shot, so when I did develop the flu, the symptoms probably would not have been as severe. Severe body aches, headaches, fever, chills, nausea, low energy. I was barely able to move, and prior to that, very active lifestyle with a couple of jobs, and I run a nonprofit organization, so it really shut me down. And then I had to worry about asthma. Wait a minute, not only do I have flu, I also have asthma, so now how is this going to affect my breathing? And it was a very scary time. Yeah.
A lot of very important information for parents, young people, and some of our elderly folks to be mindful of. It sounds like it can be crippling if not taken care of.
Absolutely. What JoJo went through was pretty awful. She was off work and out of commission for over 2 weeks. But for some of the patients that I see in the hospital, it can actually become truly life-threatening. And there's a lot of myths out there I'd like to bust. The flu shot does not give you the flu. And a lot of patients say, "Oh, I never get the flu, so why do I even need to get the shot?" So it's not just for you, but it's also to protect your loved ones. So not getting the flu yourself is bad enough, but then passing that on to a loved one who has a chronic medical condition can be absolutely devastating. So that's what I really try to talk to my patients about. If you won't do it for yourself, to try to do it for a loved one. And now is the time to do it. Now is the time to get it on your calendar. You can go to www.getmyshot.org, type in your zip code, and find where to get a vaccine near you.
And doctor, what other kinds of conditions, diseases, disorders does the flu really have a big impact on when it hits somebody?
Yeah, absolutely. So patients with chronic lung conditions like JoJo, but also things like heart disease, diabetes, these patients don't have the same reserve that healthy patients do. And so something like a respiratory infection, as you get with influenza, can be even more devastating and put those patients at even greater risk for hospitalization. So it's really important that people out there listening go in and chat with their doctor about getting a vaccine.
Well, we appreciate you both for your time, and JoJo for you sharing your story. A lot of good information for people to be mindful of, especially as we're ramping up into the colder weather. We appreciate it. And of course, there's more information about the Myshot campaign over on our website. Just head to ciproud.com.